Be me, 21, Chloe, third-year university student, majoring in gender studies with a minor in sociology. My Twitter bio has my pronouns, a BLM hashtag, and abolish the patriarchy. You get the picture. I'm what you'd call insufferable if you're a mouth-breathing misogynist. I call it being enlightened. My father is the literal embodiment of everything I'm fighting against. 50s, runs a small-engine repair shop out of our garage. Thinks a hard day's work is the measure of a man. Smells of grease and gasoline, hands permanently stained with oil. He's the silent, stoic, manly man archetype I deconstruct in my essays. Mom left him about 10 years ago to find her true self in another city with a yoga instructor. I, of course, supported her. She was breaking free from patriarchal oppression. Dad never said a bad word about her, just worked, always working. It's winter break, and I'm forced to return to my rural hometown from the progressive sanctuary of my university campus. The culture shock is real. I spend the first week trying to educate my dad. I leave pamphlets about toxic masculinity on the kitchen table. I critique the gendered marketing of the motor oil brands he uses. Dad, do you realize the very concept of you being the provider is a tool of systemic oppression designed to keep women in a state of dependency? He just grunts, sipping his black coffee, eyes already distant, thinking about the half-disassembled lawnmower in the garage. His silence is infuriating. It's the silence of the complicit, the ignorance of the oppressor. I retreat to my room, firing off self-righteous tweets about confronting boomer relatives. My online friends cheer me on. Hashtag Feminist in the wild. A week before Christmas, a massive cold front hits, the kind of cold that hurts your teeth. The ancient heater in his workshop finally gives up the ghost, just dies. A loud clang, then silence. I hear him swear under his breath, a rare crack in his stoic facade. This isn't just an inconvenience. That workshop is our only source of income. He has a lineup of snowblowers and generators from half the town waiting for repairs. No work, no money. He can't afford a professional to fix the heater, especially not on an emergency holiday call-out. So he has to do it himself. The next few days are a blur of him in that freezing garage. I'm bundled up inside, sipping a latte, typing up a scathing review of a film that failed the Bechdel test. I'm warm, I'm comfortable, I'm changing the world, one tweet at a time. But the silence from the garage is unnerving. Eventually, boredom and the strange sense of guilt get the better of me. I pull on a parka and boots and head out there, telling myself I'm just going to see the full extent of his patriarchal stubbornness. The scene in the garage stops me dead in my tracks. It's like a freezer. I can see my breath, thick and white. My dad is underneath the massive, greasy heater unit, lying on a piece of frozen cardboard. He's working with bare hands because he needs the dexterity to handle small screws and wires. His fingers are red and raw, clumsy from the cold. He has a single pathetic work light illuminating the space, casting long, dancing shadows. Every time his wrench slips, he lets out a quiet, pained hiss. He's wearing 3 layers of old, worn-out sweaters, but he's still shivering. I see him pause, his whole body trembling, and he just closes his eyes for a second, mustering the strength to keep going. There's no anger, no theatrical frustration, just a quiet, grim determination, a man fighting a losing battle against metal and ice, completely alone. I stand there in the doorway, hidden in the shadows, for what feels like an hour. I watch him drop a tiny screw. I see the sheer exhaustion on his face as he gets on his hands and knees, his breath clouding around him as he searches the grimy concrete floor. He finds it, and the look of relief is heartbreaking. This is a man who finds victory in not losing a single screw. My academic theories and ideological frameworks feel like a foreign language. They don't apply here. There is no privilege in this garage. There is no power. There is only a man, my father, slowly freezing while he struggles to fix the thing that lets him afford the tuition for the daughter who sees him as the enemy. My brain.exe has encountered a fatal error. A flood of memories I'd suppressed rushes back. Dad teaching me to ride a bike, running behind me until he was gasping for air. Him showing up to my 5th grade play, still in his greasy work clothes, sitting in the back so he wouldn't embarrass me. Him working a double shift to buy me that laptop I'm currently using to call him an oppressor. All the times he'd ask about my day, and I'd give him one-word answers, headphones already in. He never raised his voice. He never complained. He never stopped providing. Even after Mom left, taking half of their savings with her, he never missed a single child support payment. He took on extra work. His hands got more scarred. The lines on his face got deeper. I quietly back away, go inside the house. The warmth feels suffocating, undeserved. I open my laptop and my Twitter feed is full of the usual discourse. My own posts are there, mocking, superior. Men will literally work themselves to death in a frozen garage before going to therapy. My fingers tremble over the keyboard. I feel sick. The patriarchy isn't some shadowy cabal of men in boardrooms. It's not a theoretical concept. Tonight, the patriarchy has a name. It's my dad. And he's not a tyrant. He's a prisoner to his sense of duty. I walk into the living room and find a shoebox full of old bills and receipts he keeps in the closet. I start going through them. The numbers are bleak. The business is barely staying afloat. I see late notices, warnings of collections, and then I see the receipts from my university bookstore, the payments for my meal plan, my tuition checks, always cashed, always on time. He was drowning, and he was letting himself drown to keep me afloat, to give me the education I was using as a weapon against him. It's almost 1 a.m. when he finally comes inside. He's moving so slowly, every muscle aching. He's covered in a fresh layer of grease and his face is pale with exhaustion. He doesn't even bother with the lights, probably assumes I'm asleep. He walks to the sink, washes his hands for 5 minutes, but the stains don't come out. They never do. He doesn't make food. He just pours a glass of water and sits down at the dark kitchen table. He puts his head in his hands, and his shoulders start to shake, just slightly. A silent, solitary breakdown. He's not the stoic rock. He's just a man who has no one to show his weakness to. I can't take it anymore. I step into the kitchen. "Dad?" He jumps, startled. He quickly wipes his eyes and tries to smile, a pathetic, cracked attempt at normalcy. "Hey, Chloe. Didn't mean to wake you. Everything okay?" He's asking if I'm okay. The dam inside me just shatters. All the theories, the jargon, the self-righteous anger, it all washes away, leaving behind a raw, agonizing guilt. Tears start streaming down my face. I can't speak. I just stand there, sobbing. I'm sorry," I choke out. He looks completely bewildered. "Sorry for what, sweetheart? What's wrong?" I stumble forward and wrap my arms around him. He's stiff at first, surprised. Then he relaxes and hugs me back. He smells like cold metal, oil, and quiet desperation. He feels thin, brittle. I bury my face in his worn-out flannel shirt and cry. I cry for his loneliness, for his sacrifice, for my own blindness. He just holds me, patting my back awkwardly. "It's okay, kiddo. It's all okay." But it's not. I know it's not. And in that moment, holding my struggling father in a dark kitchen, I realized my feminist education hadn't given me the tools to build a better world. It had just given me the tools to tear my own down. I let go, wiping my face. "The heater," I say, my voice raspy. "I'll come help you tomorrow. I'll hold the light." He looks at me, really looks at me, for the first time in years. A small, genuine smile touches his lips. "Okay, Chloe," he says. "I'd like that."